Hey everybody, this is Cricket here, going to be giving you guys a Force Strategy Gaming cast, and this is going to be a pro game level cast. Our Protoss player is going to be Grubby in the 9 o'clock position, and his opponent is going to be Unix as the yellow Terran player spawning in the 12 o'clock position. And this is Shattered Temple, and this is actually going to be a best of 3. So this is actually game 1, and if you guys want to check out game 2 and 3, those are going to be uploaded on my channel shortly as well. So if you guys want to see kind of how this ends up, then you guys will definitely want to check that out. But just to go ahead and get into a little bit, Grubby was a big Warcraft 3 player. He made the switch not too long ago as a Protoss player, and of course we've seen him several times on the North American Star League as well, doing very well. His play against Zerg is just very, very strong, but I actually haven't watched any of his PVTs as of late, so I'm very interested to see kind of the way he goes by it. As a Warcraft 3 player, it was a whole lot more micro-intensive, more so than Terran. Oh, wait, I just saw something. Okay, you guys have to watch this. You guys have to watch this. Let's see, is it here? Alright, okay, watch this. See? That probe freaking out? It's because he doesn't want the probe to go to a further mineral patch. He wants to double up on the closest one, and so in order to increase mining time, he selected the probe and right-clicked it continually to make sure that it did eventually stay on this probe. And that's what you'll see Idra do it, you'll see Sai do it, I do it every now and then. A lot of high-level players wanting the just the most efficient mining, you'll see them pay very close attention to their workers. So anyway, Warcraft 3 being very micro-intensive, a little bit more than StarCraft 2, and so we've seen I've seen some really incredible micro from Grubby, and so I'm really hoping that maybe some of that shines in this matchup. Of course, we do see nothing crazy going on. It was a 12 gateway into a 14 refinery, and then his next pylon is at 15, and so we'll see what kind of tech path. Of course, he's going to get a cyber core right after that, and we'll have to see if he sticks with gates or if he decides to go for a Stargate. The probe is dancing around, checking things out. Unix still staying very standard, got his racks, got his refinery, going for orbital command. So the main thing is they are in close position, so we probably won't see something too crazy on the economy side. I know a recent cast I did against Todd versus Phoenix that they actually both went Gateway, Nexus, and Barracks Command Center. It was on Zelnaga. So I've seen some really heavy economy stuff, but with this such close position, so easy to just get a good scout in, I don't expect to see kind of a too macro style of play from these players. We do see concussive shells coming out for Unix, and so concussive shells is just one of those trademark upgrades that you see Terran get against Protoss, because Protoss units other than Stalkers are already slow, and they have such big units. They're not going to have a lot of units. You don't see it in TVZs as much because Zerg just has so many units. You're not really going to make too much headway trying to slow down a Zergling when there's like 20 other Zerglings. But Protoss, they're smaller armies, and so concussive shells generally works quite well. But lo and behold, I am being proven wrong, as Unix is going racks into Command Center, getting a bunker at the top of the ramp to go ahead and try and thwart off any kind of early pressure that comes from our Protoss player. But we do see Grubby actually sneaking in a Stargate not too far away from his base. I actually really like this because it's different from it being, you know, like over here or something like that, because you really can't defend it once it's spotted, where this he actually will be able to defend it as it's right close to his natural, but it is still hidden enough that most scouts will not see that. So let's see, Grubby still hasn't sent in another scout to see what's going on. It does look like Unix is going to go ahead and get another racks and a factory down, so he'll be able to get Marines from one, Marauders from another, and then of course probably start getting those tanks, probably, as Hellions just don't seem to be too effective unless if you're going to be dropping them on a Protoss player. We do see a Void Ray coming out for Grubby though, so he is chrono boosting it and sending it on to Unix's way. Unix, his command center is just finished, might be making that an orbital command before he decides to send it on over. It does look like the second refinery going down. Concussive shell's finished, so stem is going down. It does look like Grubby might be thinking about putting on some early pressure. Maybe this is just more scouting, hoping to catch a few Marines here and there, but he knows this Void Ray is going to be coming out, so he might be looking at taking out a little bit Ooh, actually denying the scout. Very nice there. And so might actually be looking at putting on some really early pressure, putting on down a proxy pylon with the Void Ray added. We might see, of course, Unix does not see the Void Ray until now he sees it. And, of course, it's going to lovingly charge maybe on this command center. There we go. So, looks like proxy pylon is going down, so Grubby is going to be looking at getting some early pressure with this Void Harass. Of course, the best part about this is he can bring it over onto these the higher ground, and it will be invisible. Unix would have to lift up a building in order to see it until he gets a med back, but that starport is somewhere. Okay, starport is almost done, so he might be looking at getting a med back or a Viking shortly in order to combat that, but it does look like the second Void Ray is out on the map, and so he might be thinking about attacking from both sides with these Void Rays, and that's exactly what he's doing, trying to separate Unix's forces as much as he can while he continues to make a small little army at the front. Does look like this Void Ray is fully charged, so you have to be very careful. Ooh, actually going to give some stalker support from below. I really like that play from Grubby. Of course, this thing has actually supply blocked Unix, and taking out that supply depot almost, it was fully charged on that refinery, but Void Ray is coming in here, still going to try and supply block. It looks like he is going to be able to kill the supply depot as no SCVs are charging it, shooting that away. Very, very nice from, and here we go, Grubby still continuing the harass. Does look like Unix is trying to get 3 supply depots up, getting those mules down. Missile turrets are up though, so the Void Rays aren't going to be able to do too much, but it doesn't look like Grubby is still continuing to make a good bit of a force. His third Void Ray is out on the map, and it looks like he is transitioning into a Robo Bay, and we might see a we're gonna have to see an expansion soon from Grubby if he wants to keep keep in the game and make sure he doesn't fall too far behind, but as long as they stay one base, I think he will be fine. Tech Lab's going up on the barracks reactor on this one, so he can get that Marine Marauder force. Viking is out on the map, and looks like the Void Rays, did one end up getting shot down? Maybe one got shot down, I didn't catch it. But there are 2 Void Rays out on the map now, so it looks like he might be pushing up very shortly. Going to go ahead and remove all of the other things while this goes down. Health bars are up. Bunker is going to go down very fast, and of course concussive shells shooting and scooting, so effective against a Protoss force. I don't know why he's necessarily running away. He has him on the run, but it looks like he is going to go and run away. I don't know about that. It looks like he's going to go and reinforce with a few more zealots to tank some damage. And is he going to push in? No, he's actually going to go ahead and go back. I don't know how much I agree with that, but he is Grubby knows more than I do. So I'm going to just go ahead and take his word for it. So, does look like a Colossus is coming out. So we might have just been trying to put some pressure, delay the tech path of Unix, and go ahead and start moving towards Colossus. So might be looking at getting that Protoss death ball that is just so strong. But of course, Terran have ways to deal with it. They have EMPs with the ghosts. They have the Vikings that are very strong, have a great bit of range. Marines are just phenomenal units all around. So we'll have to see how this goes. It looks like Grubby wasn't able to slow down Unix too much, and it does look like Grubby is going to be moving out here. I don't know what his plan is, just other than to get the Zelnaga. I don't know what he's doing. So it does look like he might be pushing in here, laying down a scan, seeing what is going on. There is an Immortal out on the map, but that will do great against the Marauders, but of course Marauders do great against them. So it does look like a not proxy pylon. Another pylon's going up, making sure he doesn't supply block himself as that is getting close. He has almost gotten his Nexus up, but of course Unix is staying ahead in the income just due to the mules and having that command center so early, able to stay ahead on that SCV count. But Unix just kind of getting his economy up and running, and it does look like Grubby might be looking at pushing in as their supplies are pretty much dead even. Grubby does have a pretty good tech advantage. He has Immortal, Colossus, Void Ray, has a very good collection of units there. So looks like Void Rays are going to be charging a little bit up on the rocks. This is a very good play, going ahead and get them fully charged and moving them over to the battle, and that's exactly what he's doing. So these things are fully charged. They are ready for battle. And here we go, going to go and remove the windows, go into rumble time as I call it, and here we go. Looks like we're going to be seeing some shoot and scoot. The Colossus is doing great damage to all these units. Does look like Grubby's going to move the Zealots over to get the Marines. Those are gone. Pulling SCVs off the line, and there are a good bit of Marauders. Once again, Grubby looks like he's going to have to run away as these Marauders are just so strong with that SCV support tanking all of that damage, and once again, Unix able to push Grubby away, doing a phenomenal job of staying in the game, not buckling underneath the pressure. And of course, Grubby has to be very careful because he is really behind in supply. He really didn't do too good on that matchup. But of course, Unix has so many production facilities, he can really keep up. And I think that's what's lacking from Grubby, and he knows it. And so he's getting gateways down right now. He's got to try and keep up. He knows he's not able to reproduce his army as much. It looks like he's canceled the Void Race. He's not going to make any more of those, as they did get shot down by the Vikings and Marines. So Unix is all of a sudden taking a very commanding lead, and I think he's going to continue to pump out the Marine, Viking, Marauder force, and he might go in and attempt to kill Grubby. And I don't know if Grubby's going to be able to do too much at this point in time, as he is 30 supply down. So Unix really be able to take control just by defending all of the pressure being put on by Grubby, and Grubby losing a little too much, committing too much. And it does look like he did scan, and does he actually see that starport? No, he doesn't see the starport, but he is going to be moving in here, and gig is up. There's the starport, but he wasn't producing from it any at all. Does look like Grubby Unix is going to come in here and go ahead and shoot it down. And all right, Grubby's last stand here. Looks like he's going to try and he's actually going to force field the army in. Try and buy him a little bit more time, but I don't know. If we look at the units tab, that army is just so big, and he actually did get supply blocked by the killing of that pylon. And I think that we are just waiting for the inevitable to come, as more zealots are getting warped in here. They do not have charge, so unfortunately they are just almost getting completely just demolished before they even get to the Terran force. The Colossus are all that's left, but these Vikings are sniping those down. And there's the GG from Grubby, and Unix is able to take this match. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Once again, this is Game 1. Game 2 and 3 will be up on my channel. So if you guys like this, I just ask that you come and check it out. And if you really like it, then you come and subscribe. Of course, I want to thank Force for once again letting me put videos up on his channel. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this TVP matchup between Grubby and Unix. And this is Cricket. I'm out.